How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another weekly recap. I am hella sweaty. I actually have the air conditioner on. It's 18 degrees in here, but it's definitely not. It's like 35 outside. And I'm filming this at night, so the lighting is bad. I'm not holding the camera, though. I have two hands. I tried putting it here, and it maybe works. It's 9:30, so I'm really tired, so let's just get into things. Also, I just realized that I haven't uploaded last week's, even though I filmed it. I don't know what's wrong with me, but, like, fuck. Alright. Anyway, let's get into it. This is month number 10, week 38, and we start on the 18th of May, which was a Friday. So, I woke up at 7. I thought Ricky would go to school, but he didn't. I guess he was sick. He's had chicken pox, but like, I feel like I mentioned it, but he has like less like marks than I do, so I don't really understand, but whatever. So I headed to Shanghai to film a video for you guys, which I apologize for the lack of uploads, to be honest. I've just been very busy, and I've been prioritizing social life and hanging out with friends over sitting in a room, like, because it's not that I need to film videos, I have them, I just haven't edited them. Because I prefer hanging out with friends than sitting and spending 10 hours editing. Anyhow, I headed to Shanghai to film a video. There's an abandoned Ferris wheel there, so I went there. There was a lock on it, but it wasn't locked, so I got quite lucky. And then I went there, and I took a bunch of photos, and then a security guard looked up, and I got really sketched out, so I like left. Which, I fucked my legs up. There's a ladder to go up, like a vertical ladder. And when I saw the security guard, I was like, oh shit, I should probably hurry down. So I went down the ladder very fast. And I guess I found some muscles in my leg that I have never used before. Because, oh my god, it hurt for like 4 days. Like, the muscles in my leg were all like, I don't know, screwed. So that was a thing. I didn't know I had those muscles, but which apparently I don't, because then it wouldn't have been an issue. But yeah. Then I headed to Hohai, where I met a friend from Morocco. And yeah, we chilled around, we saw some cool buildings, and then we searched for the Tencent building. There's this Tencent building, which Tencent, if you don't know, are they're the company that have the app called WeChat, which is like the biggest social network in China. They also own like majority stake in League of Legends, which is the most popular game in the world, and they're a big deal. And they have a headquarter here in Shenzhen, which is like it's like a $600 million headquarter they've built, and it looks real. Like, the architecture is amazing. It's really beautiful. So we went to that building. We managed to find it, and then across from it, you can get this really, really good view of the building that I've seen like everyone on Instagram do. Couldn't actually do it because there was a security guard. Like, no, there was just a random Chinese guy smoking on the roof. No, sorry. I'm making like so much up. No. There was a random Chinese guy playing on his phone on the roof, which is like typical Chinese. You have them like everywhere they're supposed to be working, I swear they're on their phone playing games. Like security guards, like also today I couldn't get into the apartment complex because the guy who's supposed to open the gate was on his phone. So that's like typical, but yeah. Then we met my other friend and we had bubble tea and just chilled. And then my friend ate Subway, which I hadn't had Subway in so long. I've had it since, but yeah. I haven't had, well, now I say haven't, but at the time I hadn't had Subway in like, I had it in Thailand and it was hot trash. And then I used to eat it in Australia where it was good. But yeah, he had Subway, but I was full from the bubble tea. Then we chilled around Hohai and went to the sports center, which has beautiful, like, architecture again. Like, really a work of art. I've since filmed it. And yeah, I'll show you guys eventually, but it's a work of art. It's really, really beautiful. And then we went to a newly opened park and also just chilled about. Eventually I headed home, and then I was home and like I showered, and then I played with Ricky a bit. We mucked about. We cleaned up some of his toys, and then we had dinner, and then he ate super slow, which I feel like I complain about like every week, every day, but it's true. It's kind of good for me though, because it's just more free time. But I mean, it's a waste of his, I don't know, it's just annoying. Then afterwards we played outside for a bit. And then we headed home, and Ricky's parents were home. And we read a book and ate some dried blueberries. Like, it's really, really hot now, so you can actually, like, chill outside after dinner, provided he's not super fucking slow. But, yeah. And then Ricky read a book, and then read another one. I've been teaching him, like, to read 2 books, which I've spent a week on. And, like, he could actually read them by the end. He's probably forgotten now, but, like, he could read them by the end. I mean, he's memorized it, and then also he can look at the pictures, obviously, but, like, it's still okay. And his mum was very impressed, because a week ago she was, like, telling me to do this, and I was like, okay. And then she saw the results, so she was really, like, she called the dad. She was like, oh, you have to see this. And then she wanted Ricky to read it again, which, I mean, no, he didn't want to. It was, like, impossible to get into focus. But he did it once, and she saw it, and it was impressive, alright? So there you go. Then I went to my room and edited photos, sorted through stuff, and just did general stuff. Because, again, I'd just gotten my computer back. I had so much I needed to get done, you know? Anyway, 19th of May. I woke up at 9 a.m., didn't do anything interesting, and Ricky and I went outside a little bit, and then he wanted to go home. This is the Saturday, by the way. That's why he's not going to school. I went and got bubble tea, and then I filmed a weekly recap, sorted through some photos, videos, and that weekly recap that I say I filmed here on the Saturday, that's the one I've forgotten to upload, so I'm an idiot, and fuck, I hate myself. Alright. Anyway, I will stop being stupid, I swear to God. I recorded it, I'm just too dumb to upload it. Like, what's wrong? Ugh. There's so much stuff going on, though. Like, I have so much on my mind, that's why, I guess. At around 4, I went down to play with Ricky, but he was watching Peter Rabbit in Chinese, which, that adds no, like, that has 0 value for me, like, 0, you know? Like, so I just went back to my room. I was like, there's no point in me sitting there watching a movie that we've already watched together in English, in full Chinese, with no subs or dubs or any, like, there's no point, you know? And he's sitting with his dad, so, like, why? Like, as I've been with the family and I've gotten more comfortable, I've started giving, like, I don't want to say I give less of a shit. It's more that now I'm comfortable, like, leaving. Because at first it's like, oh no, what will they think if I do this? What will they think? Like, will I get kicked out again for no reason, you know? Because I was super scared. Like, I don't want to be homeless again, you know? So, at first it was like, eh. But now it's like, if I finish dinner, Ricky eats super slow. His dad even tells me I shouldn't talk to him because then he eats slower, so I just leave. If he's doing something, like, with his parents that it seems like I don't add anything, then sometimes I sit in the living room, but sometimes I also now just, like, leave. I'm like, alright, whatever, you know? And then I can come back. So yeah, basically I'm more comfortable, so I can just leave whenever if they're not doing anything. And then yeah, at 4:30 I went down, and Ricky was eating some lunch because I guess he didn't eat his lunch properly before his nap. And then I went down again at 5 o'clock. So basically what I do is I leave because there's no point in me wasting my time being there when I'm not, like, gaining any value, you know? But then I check up periodically because I still want to do my job and not be shit, you know? So then I went down at 5 o'clock then and tried to interact and see what was going on. But I didn't understand what was going on, but I think he was in trouble. Like, he was in the office crying or something. I didn't understand what was going on. He was in trouble for something. Probably didn't eat his food or did something stupid. Like, who knows, really? Like, with him, he could have done a million different things. So then I went back to my room. Then I came down at 6 for dinner. And I finished at normal speed, and he took forever to eat. So at, like, 7:30, I came down again from my room. And then Ricky was playing with this new calligraphy pen that the dad bought. So we did that, and then we watched a movie for a bit, and then we chilled about till, like, 9 p.m. And yeah, so basically I didn't work, and the time where I did spend, like, working, we did nothing, and it was super boring. So that was, like, a really interesting day. I don't understand, like, but yeah, you know. Also, it's awkward, because again, like I said, like, I didn't work from 12 o'clock till basically 7:30, but it's not like I know that, so every half an hour I have to go check. I can't just be like, oh, fuck it, I'm going outside, because I don't know how long whatever they're doing lasts. But anyway, I went to the store, bought a drink, or some drinks, I don't know. I drink these, I've showed them before, I'm already drinking them here. I drink the green teas, that are cold. This one's not cold and it's old, but it's like green tea and I think it has honey in it. It's good. You buy the 1 liter bottles and they're cheap. And then I drink the big water bottles as well because these are never like Chinese people are so dumb. Every single fridge in China is like, it's not cold. Like I don't know what they think they're doing with their fridge, but it's not like correct. Like it's almost like the fridge is room temperature. So whenever you grab a water, you have to like grab 10 different ones and like you have to see which brand you want to buy based on which one is colder. Like it's so dumb because they're in different fridges. But yeah, so I just buy bottles, like big bottles of water, and then I can drink like 2 of them in a day, and a bubble tea and a green tea. And I drink so much because it's so hot. This is also like, alright, we're gonna do water review right now. Nongfu Spring tastes kind of shit. I don't think it's good quality water, but it's cheap. And whatever, like yeah, you take what's cold, okay? This one is better. This is Cestbon. This usually costs the same as the Nongfu Spring one, but I think it tastes better. And then there's another one that I can't remember the name of, which is also good. But yeah, that's my water review. Yeah, I chilled in my room, edited photos, talked to some people, and got stuff done. And yeah, that was the 19th of May. Okay, 20th of May. I woke up at 9, ate breakfast, and then we mucked about a bit. After a bit, we went outside. As usual, I didn't get to where we're going or what we're doing. So I just followed, like, I don't even try. Like, sometimes I ask Ricky and he just says, I don't know. Sometimes, if I really care, I'll ask the parents, but, like, it's not worth it. It's easier to just, like, just follow. Also, when my dad was in China, he kept asking me, he's like, what's going on? What are we doing? What's happening? And it's like, I don't know. I just follow. Like, fuck do I know? You know? So yeah, I just went outside with them. And I never know if we're going on, like, a 1-hour car ride or, like, 10 or whatever. But anyway, we walked this time, so it's not far. If you're walking, it's not very far away. And then some 12-year-old boy started talking to me. He's like, can I talk to you? I was like, okay. And then we had like a long conversation. His English was like so-so, but he really wanted to talk with me, and he told me some stuff that I can't remember. He was like really nice, but I felt like really weird and awkward. And I was like with Baga, the baby. I was trying to walk with him, and I don't know. Then we went to the hair salon, and I was like, okay, so we're getting haircuts, or someone is. Then the dad and the mum got haircuts, and the baby was sleeping in one of the rooms. And then they asked me if I wanted a haircut, which, yeah, I got a haircut. I don't know. I'm a sweaty mess, though. Actually, when I got the haircut, at one point, I was, like, looking in the mirror, and my hair was, like, all pia and, like, looked good, and I was, like, my hair, like, as soon as I step out of the salon, it'll never look that good again. That was the peak, alright? Because at that point, it actually looked good, but, you know, I don't style it or do, so it's lost cause, but, yeah. But, yeah, they were like, you want a haircut? I was like, fuck it, sure. So me, Ricky, both parents, and the baby got a haircut. And then, yeah, Chinese. I say that every time I get a haircut. I'm like, Chinese haircuts are so good, but like, no, really. Like, if you have to pay for them, they cost like 40 kwai, which I don't pay for them because apparently I'm VIP. So even if I don't go with the parents, they recognize me, I guess. But yeah, they're like 40 kwai. They wash your hair. Then they cut it, then they wash it again, then they cut it. They do so much. They put more work. Like, in Denmark, I go, they spend, like, I swear to God, 15 minutes, maybe 25 on a good day. That's a really good day. And then they're like, oh, your hair is good. And I'm like, oh, fucking. And then they're like 240 kwai. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, that's so expensive. 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. And all you used was, like, scissors. You didn't even, like, opening a hairdresser is going to be so profitable. You just have to buy scissors and then pay someone like a wage. Like, you're not even using anything. Like, really, I don't understand how it can be 240. But yeah, here it's just 40, and it's so cheap and so good. Also, like, when they wash my hair, they spend longer washing my hair than I do in the shower. They spend like a year and a half going like, and then you get like a head massage and stuff, and I'm like, it's crazy. I don't understand it, but like the service versus the money is like crazy. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Oh, it was a good head massage too. I don't like massages. I feel awkward and it's fucking strange. But at one point I was like, yeah, this is not bad, you know? But yeah, we spent forever on that. And then I thought that was like a mini quest. I thought it was like a side quest. But no. Then we legit just went home for lunch. And I was like, alright. So our family outing with both parents and the kids was to go to the hairdresser and go back. I was like, it was so straight. I was like, the fuck, okay. But yeah, we got home at 1 and then we had lunch and then I went to my room. And then the Wi-Fi kept DCing, which that hasn't stopped yet. It's been like a week more than this. So the Wi-Fi is fucked. I did general maintenance stuff on my computer. And then I uploaded the second weekly recap in a row because I've been behind, which I'm still behind apparently. I didn't know that though, but yeah. Then at like 5 p.m. I came downstairs, Ricky played a bit, we watched the Tarzan TV series now, because we watched the movie. And then we headed to a restaurant for dinner. What? Oh, it's because it was his birthday. I forgot. This was his birthday, so we headed to the restaurant for dinner. Restaurant was good, there was some good food, there was some uncles there. They wanted me to drink so much. I don't know what we drank. I want to say it was like, I can't even ever pronounce it. You know Baijiu, the like really strong white wine? It was like that, but different. It wasn't... It was a brown color. Usually they're white. It was a brown color, and then it tasted like the same, but different. And they really wanted me to drink. Like, you get like jugs like this, with like 100 and something milliliters, 150 maybe. And then they put one down for me, just for me, and then one for like them sharing. And they're like, you drink. I'm like, fuck, okay. And then they kept being like, Ganbei, Ganbei. I'm like, yes, yes. So I was like drinking with the uncles and the dad. And then I thought that I had control over it. I was like, okay, well, I have this, like, there's like 150 mil. Which, by the way, it's really strong alcohol, but that's not the point. But I was like, okay, I have control over it. Then I get halfway through it, and then the, like, waitress comes and re-pours my thing. And I'm just like, no, don't do that. That's how you get, like, no, that's a bad idea. And then eventually I did finish the jug, and then the dad was like, good, good, good. And I was like, thanks. Like, fuck. So that was fun. And then, yeah, I gave Ricky his present, which my mum bought, and she gave me when I met her in Japan, like a teddy bear with a photo of me and Ricky on it. And I gave him that, and then I gave him 2 pieces of chocolate, which he was very excited about. And then I gave him a birthday card, which he was actually really happy about the card because he opened it and then he saw that I'd drawn a dinosaur on it and he was like, whoa! So he was like actually hyped about a birthday card, which I also like birthday cards. I got one from my grandmother like 2 years ago and I remember being happy about it. So I like birthday cards too, but I just thought it was cool that like a 5-year-old gives a shit about a birthday card. Because like, if you have a birthday card here and you have 2 pieces of chocolate here, like, fuck the birthday card, throw it away, like chocolate, you know, for life, like. And then his parents made him share the chocolate, which I also thought, like, was quite, what's the word, like, noble? Like, I don't know, very nice of him, because he didn't complain about it, he just did it, he was like, okay. And then he went around to everyone at the table and gave them, like, a chunk of the chocolate, like, because it was 2 chocolate bars, he gave them a piece. So that was very nice of him, sharing his gift. And again, like, I know his parents probably told him to, but he didn't, like, it wasn't like he thought about, oh, should I do it? He was like, okay, sure, I'll do it. And then, yeah, the mum didn't see that, he didn't do a good job of showing them the teddy bear he got, but, like, later I saw the mum, she opened it, she looked at it, and she was like, oh, like, shit, it has a picture on it, oh. And then she showed her mum, the grandmother, she's like, oh, look at this. And, like, so she really thought the gift was cool. She also posted it on WeChat later in the day, so she was happy. And yeah. Yeah, I don't know, we had the birthday dinner. Eating at restaurants is so good here. We always eat in a private room. So it's like eating in a restaurant but with no other people. And then there's a huge table and then just so much food. And it's always good food. There was this, like a piece, like a wrap kind of, and then with this really, really good meat. I don't know what it's called. Really, really good. And then some like lettuce and stuff. And there was also, I remember there being something really spicy, but I don't remember what it was. And yeah, it was just good. And then we had a birthday cake that was like okay. Ricky smeared it all over his face, which I need to ask someone. I don't know if that's like a Chinese thing, because for my birthday, I remember I was standing about eating my cake, and then some girl came up to me and put whipped cream on my face. And then I sort of laughed. I was like, sure, buddy. And then the dad did it more. So, and then when Ricky did it, I mean, Ricky's just a dumb kid, so I'm not exactly going to be like, oh, Chinese tradition. But, like, when he did it, the parents didn't really get mad, and then they started laughing about it. So maybe you're supposed... maybe Ricky's just an idiot, and then for my birthday there was someone who was an idiot. Maybe it's two coincidences. I don't know. But yeah, he had cake all over his face. Then we drove home, got home at 9:30, where I went to my room to chill. And that was the 20th of May, Ricky's birthday. Which, yeah, Chinese people do not celebrate birthdays. I asked my nanny. She says she never celebrated her birthday, and she doesn't remember her parents' birthday. And also for, like... I mean, I didn't expect much for my birthday, but it was like a normal day, and then there was a cake, and they were like, happy birthday. And Ricky's birthday was like the exact same thing. It was like there was zero mention of his birthday until we went to the restaurant, had dinner, and then there was a cake. He didn't even get a birthday present, which, I mean, he's super spoiled. He gets toys all the time, so it's not like he's hurting for toys. But it's just weird. He, like, a Western kid would get, like, even if the parents were, like, dirt poor, I feel like, he would get, like, 20 million different gifts. But, like, his parents didn't buy him any presents. So, I don't know. I guess they just don't celebrate birthdays in China. But, yeah. Anyway, moving on. 21st of May. Woke up at 7, and I was going to take Ricky to school, but of course the host mom tells me that he has to stay at home because he's tired and sick, which he wasn't really, but whatever. Then, I tried sleeping for 2 more hours, which, I mean, I didn't even need to wake up if I didn't need to take him to school, but whatever. Then I met up with my friend at Hohai again, and we did the Tencent roof, which I just talked about. And when I say we did the Tencent roof, that means we got the photo that I wanted, that I'd seen on Instagram. So across the Tencent building, which is beautiful architecture, there's another skyscraper, and then from that skyscraper you take a photo of you standing, and then you have the Tencent building in the background, and it looks cool as fuck. So we did that successfully, and then... Oh, I'm like jumping. Sorry, I jumped in the schedule. I met up with her at Hohai to do the roof. And while I waited, I got Haiti, which I just want to talk about, because as a bubble tea enthusiast, Haiti had me like going places. Like, Jesus! Their bubble tea was so good. It was bubble tea with Oreo, and it's the best bubble tea I've had in China, like, for sure. It's smaller than all the other bubble teas. Like, usually they're... I want to say they're 500 mils. This one was... It was smaller, for sure. And it was also more expensive. It was 19, which Coco, which is like the other best chain, I think, is like 12. So 19, and also all the other ones are like 13. So you're paying 19 for one that's smaller. But like, it's like flying first class versus flying economic. Like, it was so crazy. It was like a luxury bubble tea. It had warm tapioca bubbles covered in... What's it called? Fuck. Some sugar. I don't know what. I want to say like cinnamon, but I don't know if that's true. But definitely caramel, and then also some sugar thing, and then it was warm. The bubbles were warm in the bottom. Then there was the milk tea, and then there was cream on top. And it was like insane. Oh my god. I've only had it twice, and the second time it was not as good. But this time, like, best drink ever. Holy guacamole. Like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, I definitely recommend that one. And yeah, after that we headed to the Tencent building. Super easy to find. 28th story, and then you went through the fire escape. Took a bunch of photos, and it wasn't that sketchy, because it was wider than it looks on the photo. I don't know, it wasn't that sketchy. We got some good photos. and then we left because we were very sweaty and gross and tired. Every day, like, I live 10 minutes from the metro station. From walking from home to the metro station, I already become drenched and disgusting. Like, I can't even, like, get to the metro before I'm, like, gross. It's so warm and gross here. Then we rested in Subway, and I got a sub for the first time in years. Teriyaki chicken, it was kind of not good. I don't know, I miss the Australian Subway. I don't know if it's, like, nostalgia, you know, like, rose-tinted glasses. But, like, I really miss the pizza subs in Australia, because which, to be fair, you shouldn't buy Subway in, like, fucking Thailand and China. Like, it's gonna be subpar. That's what it's gonna be. Like, But it was okay. I don't know. I miss the good old days with the pizza subs. And then, yeah, we headed to Shenzhen Sports Center, which is the one I said with the good architecture as well. And now we took a bunch of photos, and I think some of them turned out good. I actually went back here a third time and got some really good shots, I think. So, look, I don't know, follow me on Instagram, dude. I actually post stuff very regularly, and I care about it. And you'll never see me post a fucking shit tier selfie, so there you go. Yeah, pretty good. Then I headed home. I picked up Ricky, and then we played outside a little, and then we went home for dinner. And after dinner, nothing of interest happened, and nothing memorable happened. I think it's because I wrote this down the day after, so I don't remember what happened. But if I don't remember it, it probably was not very exciting. Then I went to my room, edited photos, transferred the Tencent files, and went to bed way too late. I have, like, really bad insomnia. Like, I'll go to bed at 12, which is a bad idea. I admit that. Okay, I'm dumb. But it's even worse when you can't fall asleep, so you fall asleep at 2 a.m. And I've gotten to the point now where not only can I not sleep at night, even when I come home in the afternoon and my, like, head is fucked, I can't even take a nap. I can't fall asleep. So I'm just, like, a sleep-deprived idiot. But yeah, I fell asleep at 2 a.m. and that was not a good time. Alright, 22nd of May. Woke up at 7, took Ricky to school, and then I went to class at the agency. Oh my god, this was so strange. Okay, alright, this is a good story, I guess. So I get on the metro, and then I stop to take a drink because apparently I'm an idiot. But no. I get on the metro, and then some guy comes up to me and starts talking to me, which is very normal. Like, I have strange people talk to me all the time, and most of them it's really funny and really, like, it's a nice experience. It's like, I love China. I love random Chinese people. But this one was, like, so fucking strange. Okay, so he starts talking to me, and he talks, like in a weird voice. His English is good, but it's like a weird voice. And then he also talks pretty fast. And then he goes on about, like, how I look handsome. And he starts telling me, like, some facial features I have. Like, talking me up like I'm good. And he says I'm humorous as well, which I haven't talked. So I don't know how he knows that I'm hilarious. Like, really. But, like, yeah, he's basically, like, complimenting me. So I'm like, okay, maybe this guy's, like, gay? I don't know. And then then he starts rambling, like, so fast. He talks, like, his English was not bad. Like, it's not that I didn't understand his English. It's that he talked like me, but maybe 2 or 3 times as fast. So he's like, okay, so here's my life story. So basically, I go to work, but I haven't had a job in 15 years. And it's really annoying that I don't have a job because then I can't pay for things. And I don't know what to do. Like, it's really annoying that I don't have a job here in Shenzhen. Can you please buy me some bread? And then I was like, I only got, like, 5 of the words in the sentence. I was like, the fuck? So you're not gay and you're not autistic. You just want me to buy you bread? Like, no. And then I said no. And then there was a Chinese guy standing, like, across from me who almost 100% couldn't understand English or know what was going on. Well, he knew what was going on, but he didn't understand English, I bet you. But he looks at me and he scoffs. He's like, yeah, sorry you have to put up with that, idiot. And I'm just like, yeah, fuck me. So even the, like, random Chinese person could see that I was uncomfortable. So yeah, I thought this guy was, like, gay or autistic, because he was really strange. But apparently, like, he just wanted me to buy him bread? I was so confused. And then I was standing like this on the metro because there's a million people on the one I take. So you stand like this, and then you cry about basically your life. And then he's standing right next to me, and then after I said no, I had to be like this for the next 15 minutes, just next to him, awkward, being like, well, this is... So it was like fucking, like, so strange and so, like, ugh, yikes. So that was an uncomfortable, bad experience with a Chinese person. And then I told my friends, and then my teacher was like, oh, would it have been different if it was a girl? But, like, no, it would, like... Dude, it was so strange. Like, I've never... Like, how can you... You talk 3 times as fast as, like, you should, and then you're being... Like, it was so weird. Anyway, after that, I had class. Then we headed to the pancake guy and had a pancake. When I say a pancake, it's not a pancake. It's like a food one. It's like... It's what I would, like, in an ideal world, eat for breakfast. Which that makes it sound like a pancake, because you eat pancakes for breakfast. But no, like, it's food stuff. And then there's, like, egg. And then there's cheese. And then there's a piece of bacon. Wrapped in a, like, wrappy thing. I don't know what, like, oh, I'm bad at life. But yeah, it's a thing, and it's good, alright? Then we planned some roof-topping, which we couldn't get a good one. We got into a building and onto the roof eventually, like 48th floor, and then we went past like one ladder that was not supposed to be on, and then another one. But then we were on the roof for like 10 minutes, and then a security guard came, and he was like, yeah, you need to go down. And we're like, oops. And then, yeah, he escorted us to the basement, which I was like, oh, fuck me. But then he spoke Chinese, which we didn't understand. So we used the translation app, which that's fun. And then he asked for IDs, and we're like, we don't have. And then he's like, delete your photos. We're like, okay. Then we deleted them, except my bag was in my camera was in my bag. So just deleted them off my phone, which I didn't care about. And then, yeah, I don't know, the guard was pretty chill. I don't know why, but there were 2 other guards next to him, which made it seem like we were in a lot of trouble, but I don't understand. And they were kind of laughing, too, I feel like. Like, they were... I feel like as soon as we left, they were laughing, because it seemed like they were smiling. I'm definitely lying. Like, they weren't smiling, but it kind of seemed like they were not in a bad mood. And then, yeah, we left and chilled in Link City. And then I went home, and I was home around 5 p.m., where I got home, and then I talked to the baby. I decided to just chill with him on the balcony, because I had nothing better to do. And then, yeah, I played with him, and I showed him, like, a block, like a playing block thing. And it had the word uncle on it, and I said it. And then he actually said it, and he pronounced it, like, properly, like, you could understand what he was saying. And the mum was sitting close, so she heard it, so she was like, oh! And I was like, yay. So that was cool. He's like on the very edge of speaking. Like, I was in the apartment, in an elevator at one point, like holding him. And a guy was like, oh, does he speak English? I'm like, no. And the guy's like, oh, he speaks Chinese. I'm like, no. Like, he doesn't speak anything, but he's on the edge of speaking. Like, he says a bunch of random gibberish constantly. Like, he's constantly talking. It's just not English or Chinese. So, you know. But... it also seems like he tries to repeat stuff, but it's just not understandable at all. I went to pick up Ricky at 5:40. After playing with him outside, we had dinner. No, after picking up, we had dinner. We didn't play outside. And afterwards, we played a bit outside after dinner. And then we played on this jungle gym with... oh, the parents went with us. So we're all playing outside on this, like, jungle gym playground sort of deal. And then I jumped off it and hurt my foot, and my foot hurt for like 3 days. I don't know how. And then, yeah, I just climbed random things in the playground and helped Ricky climb. And then, I don't know what, he was scared. He had to, like, stand on these things and then hold his balance. And he was, like, not like a little scared, he was very scared. He was like, hold me, like, use both arms. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, if you fall down, you're not... It was like the same height as the table that I'm sitting at, maybe. Like, and he just had to balance on it. And if he fell down, it wouldn't do anything. I don't know why he was scared, especially because he runs around like an idiot all the time. Like, if I had to pick out a kid who would be scared of something like that, he would be like the last person I would think he would be scared. But no, he was very afraid. Eventually we headed inside with ice cream. And yeah, we all ate ice cream, and the baby managed to get it in his entire face. It was interesting. And then, yeah, Mother showed me an app for teaching Ricky English, and apparently I can use it for learning Chinese, but I don't understand how it works. And yeah, then I headed to my room, and I applied for university, so I'm almost like good at life now. And I talked to my mum, and I sorted through some photos. So that was the 22nd of May. Which brings us to, can you guess it? The 24th of May. No, I'm kidding. 23rd of May. I woke up at 7, took Ricky to school, and then I headed to meet my friend. And we met up at Taoyuan, which is a place that no one is going to give a shit about. But I'm saying it just for clarity, okay? And then we went to, I don't know what it was, a sports center? A gym? There also was like a theater area though, because like we walked into some area where people were like wearing fancy clothes, like guys with suits and girls with like high heels, nice dresses, that were waiting to see a performance or something. I think there was a girl that like she looked at me like, you know, in a nice way, and I was like, oh, ni hao, and she was like, oh, you speak Chinese? I'm like, no. And she got so disappointed. I was like, oh. But yeah, there was this. Again, if you check my Instagram, you can see the photo. But basically, this building, again, cool architecture. It was like a white building, and then it had a bunch of holes in it. And then behind the holes, the building was red. So there was a great like contrast between the red and the white. And then also, since there were these holes, it's a vertical wall, by the way, obviously. Since there were these holes in the wall, you could climb up it, and then take a photo of you like hanging off the wall, basically. And that's what we did. And we didn't get in trouble. We did it on one side that was in the shade that was kind of shit and small. And then we did it on like the main wall that other people on Instagram also have done, I think. And yeah, no one said anything, so it was cool. We got away like easy with it. Because sometimes you'll have, most people don't give a shit what you're doing, but sometimes you'll have someone be like, please get down, and then you have to listen. But yeah, we got the good photos, and the perspective is really cool. And then we finished and headed to Coco Park to meet my other friend. Then we had a bubble tea from Haiti, which is the one I just hyped up and said was the best ever. This time it was not as good. The tapioca bubbles were like stuck together. They were like not good. I think the bubble tea place was too busy, so the quality was like worse. Oh my god, this is the longest I've waited in line for bubble tea. First of all, we waited in line for like forever. Then I order. My friend is behind me, so I order. Then before my friend can order, some bitch cuts the line and goes in front of my friend, which everyone would tell you Chinese people jump in front and cut lines and stuff, which is true, but like I've never experienced it that bad. Usually you just have like someone in the metro walk in front of you because they want to, and then it's not a big deal. Sometimes if I can tell, I sort of stretch out. I'm like, I'm suddenly a lot bigger, you know? And then like they can't get past me, but like most part you don't give a shit. But this was like really blatant. And then because we were like, what the fuck's wrong with her? We were laughing at her. And she just turns around and looks at us like, we're the problem. It's like, the fuck are you doing? But yeah. And then we waited 20 minutes for the bubble tea. Like, I've never waited that long to get bubble tea. It was crazy. But, okay, this time it wasn't that worth it because it wasn't as good as the one in Hohai. But, like, in theory, it's worth the 20-minute wait. There's also, where I live, there's the 2 tea houses. And then there's the Idiandian milk tea place. But it's at the train station, which is like 10 minutes walk. And then you also have to wait 10 minutes or 15 or longer for them to make it. And I would actually go through with all of this if it wasn't so hot. It's not worth it for me to walk to the train station in this heat. It's not worth it to do anything in this heat, to be honest. But yeah, the bubble tea was good, but the tapioca was shit, and I made a mess everywhere. Because being the genius I am, I had a straw. The tapioca bubbles were literally stuck on the straw, and then I pulled them off, but apparently there was milk tea in the straw, so it went pew, and I was like, fuck me. But yeah. Then one of my friends went home, and my other friend and I tried going roof-topping. We tried one building where we got to the 55th story. It was like a business building. But then we got scared because it sounded like there were people on the roof, and so we left. Then we headed to Chigom, which is another area where we did a roof, which we'd seen photos of it on Insta, and then we went there and we found it very easily, and then we went up there and we took some somewhat good photos. Like, the weather was pretty shit, but I don't know, we got some pretty good photos. And yeah, then I headed home. I had time to nap, but it would be stupid, so instead I filmed a weekly recap and did some other stuff. Oh, I guess this is the weekly recap I haven't uploaded. The other one I have uploaded, because I said I filmed one as well. Okay. I picked up Ricky, had dinner. The new IE was there because my other one, her like grandmother passed away or something, so she left. So there was a new IE, and then after dinner we went outside to play, and at one point his parents came out too, and then we all played, and we went to like the learning center where he's usually obnoxious, but this time he wasn't. And then we came home and did some he did some Chinese homework. And it didn't seem like we would read or anything, so I just went outside and bought bubble tea. And then the Wi-Fi wasn't working, so I just looked through photos and stuff until I went to bed. Yeah, that was the 23rd of May. Alright, that brings us to the 24th of May, the final last day, which is a Thursday. So I woke up super tired again. I'd gotten like 5 hours of sleep for like the third day in a row, which it actually like fucks you like really hard, especially like long term. You can go a day without it, but when you do 3 times in a row, it's really bad. And I just can't sleep. So it's not even my fault. Like, I don't know what to do. But yeah. It's good when I'm outside with friends though, because then I power through it. Like, I can go out in the heat all day. I can do the rooftops. I can do whatever. Like, I can do it tired. It's okay. It's when I'm at home being tired, it fucking sucks. Because then I just feel awful and shitty. It's as soon as I'm just sitting in front of my computer, I feel like shit. If I'm outside, then it doesn't really matter how much sleep I have. I can manage it, I think. Except if I have to focus, then it's not so good. But yeah, I went to class. Class was chill. There's not much to say. After class, we had lunch at the dumpling place, which I haven't had dumplings in like forever. Or the like dumpling place in general. Had bubble tea, which was better than usual. Because at the dumpling place, you order a meal with noodles, dumplings, and bubble tea. And the bubble tea they serve there is usually like kind of garbage. But this time it was like better than it usually is. We didn't have much time, so then we quickly headed to Hohai to go to the cinema. And we arrived like 2 or 5 minutes late to see the movie Avengers Infinity War, which I just talked to my friend about it. He said it was like really great and he's a fan. Okay, let me preface this. I haven't seen any of the other Marvel movies except maybe like Iron Man, the first one. I'm not a superhero movie guy. I remember I saw like I think that was a good Superman movie, right? Like a long time ago. Like maybe like 10 years ago. I don't know. I've seen a Superman movie, I've seen Iron Man, and I know Superman's not Marvel, by the way. Calm down. But, yeah, I'm not much of a Marvel fan. No, I'm not much of a superhero movie fan. Oh, I think the Batman movies are also good. But anyway, I'm not much of a Marvel fan. I haven't seen the universe. I don't know what's up. So obviously there's a lot of storyline where I'm like, eh. So I take that. I'm sorry. Like, I know, oh, you can't criticize the movie because you don't know the universe. Okay, calm down, okay? I think, and I didn't have the emotional attachment. Like, when a character died, I didn't give a shit because all the characters were just, you know, the same to me. They're all just, like, no name. Like, yeah, they have some personality, but not much. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil the movie, but, like, what I will say, like, the soundtrack, I guess, is okay. Like, the ambient, you know, because there's not really, like, you know, it's not like one with actual songs, but it has a good soundtrack. Like, it adds to the atmosphere. Like, I thought about that. It's okay. The plot I thought was pretty, like, shit. I don't know. My friend, I think he said it was good, but I really didn't think so. Like, okay, how spoiler-free am I going to make this video? we'll just say that, like, the bit with, like, Thalnos' moral dilemma and, like, his opinion on, his philosophy on, like, how the world works and, like, how it should work, that was interesting. And I thought that, like, it was kind of neat, and it brings up an interesting, like, question and opinion, and you can kind of have a discussion about it. So that part I liked, but the actual plot of the movie just seemed, like, so garbage. Like, all the characters fighting, like, everything that just happened, it just seemed like, I don't know, I feel like some of that is also I don't have any emotional attachment. But, like, there was not very much hype. I feel like there were some funny scenes with, like, Spider-Man, and, like, there were some funny scenes in the movie. I was like, haha, okay. And then also, it looked like shit. Holy, oh my god, it was garbage. I don't know if it was the cinema I went to, or if the 3D version of the movie is just hot garbage. But there were some places, especially in the city, where, like, there was so much blur, and it was just really gross. And also, in general, I didn't think the movie was that, like, good looking, to be perfectly honest, which it's supposed to. I don't know, it was, I'm not that hyped about it. I didn't think it was that good. I wouldn't rewatch it, for sure. Like, Ready Player One I would rewatch, you know? But yeah, I'm not really, I don't know. And there was one, I'm not going to do spoilers, but there was one part of the movie that really, really angered me. It was like, you know, take the most typical, like, cliche movie thing that's done 20 million times, and then do that again, and then expect me to not get pissed off. I could see what was happening in the movie, like, 20 years before it happened. And then it happened, and I was like, yeah, fuck me, predictable bullshit. It was so annoying. Anyway, afterwards, there wasn't much time before I needed to meet my other friend, sorry. So, went there, bought cocoa bubble tea and a Snickers, and then some water, and then we waited for her Chinese friend, who was pretty late, which is annoying. And then we walked over to this, like, roof that I'd heard we could go to. I spelled something wrong here, let me fix it. And at the bottom there were these guys wearing suits, and it looked super fancy, but then we went in and it wasn't fancy. And then, yeah, we got to the roof. The view was amazing. I took so many good photos, most of which I haven't edited or looked at yet. It's kind of like, I don't have time. There's so many. Also, you can just hear let me tell you how many photos I've been taking, alright? I sort my photos by date. I went out on the 10th of May, 11th of May, 12th of May, 13th of May, 14th of May, 16th of May, 18th of May, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 29th, and 30th. So, like, almost every day I've been taking, like, crazy amounts of photos. I also need to buy a new hard drive because that's almost getting filled up. But yeah, I've just been taking so many photos. Like, I'm never going to get, like, finished sorting them. I'm going to be in Denmark for, like, it'll be, like, 2 years since I went to China, and I'm still going to be uploading photos from China. Like, I just have so many. And, like, lately, at least, the ones we've been doing lately, like, it's been such, like, photogenic, photogenic? You can't really say that about buildings, I guess. Aesthetically pleasing buildings. Like, there's so much, like, really crazy architecture. I filmed, like, a video you'll also see. Also, if you go to my Hangzhou video, you can see, like, or Shanghai, like, the architecture here is just insane. Anyway, we got to the roof and we took photos, and it was really photogenic. It was like a chill roof. There was, like, nothing to worry about. We could just sit there. We brought bubble tea to the roof, like I said, but I forgot to drink it because I was taking so many photos. And, yeah, it was really nice. We could just chill there. We didn't chill there because we mostly were just taking photos, which, especially when I'm the one taking... No, actually, my friend took a lot of me, so I'm not going to say that. But, like, there was not much time to chill because we're taking photos the whole time. But you could have easily just sat there and watched the sunset and, like, ate some cup noodles and then, chilled a bit, you know? But yeah, after that we headed to the Chigomya roof because we thought it would be good at night. It ended up being kind of shitty, but maybe we got some salvageable photos, I don't know. Also, when you're coming from an amazing roof to a subpar roof, it's kind of shit. But yeah, we chilled there for a bit and we headed home. Also, on the way from the, like, good roof to the Chigomya roof, we met our teachers in the metro. And they're like, oh, you're going for dinner. This was at 9 o'clock, which that's super late to eat dinner, but whatever. They're like, oh, you're going for dinner. It's like, no, I had bubble tea for dinner. And they're just like, what the fuck? You're a degenerate. I was like, I know. I've been like replacing meals with bubble tea. Also for lunch, it's like, my friend at one point were drinking bubble tea and she goes, so what are we eating for lunch? And I'm like, this. And also there's been like, also today, I just had bubble tea for lunch. Because it's easy. Like, I don't have to sit somewhere and eat it. It's not necessarily cheaper. Like a bubble tea is like 13. Like you could eat lunch for 13 if you do it somewhere. I don't know, somewhere ghetto, I suppose. But no, you can get good fried rice or something for that, or good noodles. But yeah, it's cheaper. It's easier because you can just carry your bubble tea and then go take your photos and do what you need to do. And it tastes better. So yeah, I've just been replacing meals with bubble tea because I'm a responsible adult. And then 10:15, I showered. There was no Wi-Fi. So I just transferred photos and went to bed way too late and slept even later than that. So, yeah. Anyhow, that was my week. I think I've been going for an hour now. So, another long video. It's 10:30. So in theory I should head to bed soon, which I won't do. But, you know, one can dream. Anyway, I want to thank you guys all for watching. And I would like to thank you for being patient. I apologize that the videos are not coming out at the speed that they should. And like shit is happening. But I have a little over a month left in China. And I'm just going to go hard on like the photography and hanging out with friends. And then maybe I'm not going to have as many videos of Shenzhen, and I'll regret that later. And that does kind of suck. But I will try to go out and film like another video or something. I also don't know which area to show in like a future video. Because I've filmed some, like the ones I usually like go to. But yeah, I will see you guys sometime. And I have a lot of videos, they're just not edited. But I will see you guys later. Peace out. Thanks for watching, as usual. I appreciate it. And yeah, peace. I'll see you.